Hi everyone, this is Richard. In this video, let's talk about typing. So you may hear about people talking about strong typing and weak typing, and I think we have to understand what's happening here so we don't make any mistakes. So this is a hugely controversial thing. Some languages are what we call strong typed, and some languages are called what we call weak typed. I personally am a real fan of strong typing, but we'll talk about what the heck that even means. All right. So again, we have a variable and we have a data type. This is a string, correct? So we have this string, and we know that now that the variable is declared as a string, it can always be a string, and that's about it. But what happens if we want to do stuff with this, okay? So we get this, my string plus my int, okay? What happens when we do this? So we're getting the text 1 versus the number 1, and we're trying to add them together. What are our options? A really strongly typed programming languages would say you can't do this. You're making a mistake. Stop right there, okay? And it wouldn't run. A super weakly, not super, but a weakly typed languages would try to guess what you're trying to do. So what are you trying to do? So if you say, what are our choices? Well, it could convert automatically the one text into the number 1, and they can add them together and the output would be 2, right? That's one possibility. What it could actually do is it could say, no, I think what you're trying to do is add this text and this text together. So you could convert this into text, and it would be, and the value would be 11, right? But it wouldn't be the number 11, it would be the text 11. So you'd be a 1 and a 1 next to each other. So that's possible as well. So those are the two options for a weakly typed. So in other words, just because with this, the value of the string or the value of the data type can change depending upon what you want to do with it. Again, strongly typed, it cannot change. This is going to be a 1, and you can't mix it with another data type. With a weak typing, you can actually change the value, again, because you're changing the text into a number value, or you're changing the number value into a text to see if it happens. What happens with this? It converts it into 11. Okay, so we're mixing the string with an int. We're adding them together. So what C# does is that it takes the one text, this is actually text, and converts it here. So what we could do is string combo equals my string plus my int So that's basically the same thing. And that's true for, it'll run the same thing, it'll be 11. Okay, so this is a string. What if you tried to change this into int? Would it work? It wouldn't. So what it does is it converts everything to string. So what happens if we do a couple of other things to test this out? So instead of combo, what we're going to say is my string or my bool plus my string. What's that going to do for us? False 1. So it would convert that. Or let's put some text in here. So again, it converts the bool false, which is not a text. It's just the value of false. So it's one or the other is the value of false, but it turns it into text and converts it and puts the two together. Okay? How about if you get my bool plus my int? Put the two together, it doesn't actually work there. Okay? And what's the error? Operator cannot be applied to operands of bool and int. So this says you can't put them together. You can put a text in together because it automatically assumes what you're trying to do is convert this into a text. Whether that's good or bad is up to your personal philosophy. I'm going to be honest, I don't really like that, but that's okay. At least you have to understand that, and you have to remember that ongoing in the future. Okay? I like some languages where they basically, if you try to put a string with an int, it doesn't work at all. But that's why C# is mostly strongly typed, because you can't put a bool with an int. Some languages you probably can, but it's not super weakly typed, so it's somewhere in between. All right? I hope that was helpful. It really messed me up a lot, and years ago when I did a little bit of programming. I didn't do a lot ever, but with JavaScript specifically, it's very weakly typed. It drove me a little bit crazy. All right, take care. Bye-bye.